Hi, good morning, and welcome to Lead with Love. I wanted to talk about the moon phases. I wanted to come on here yesterday, but my son, once he's online, I can't really get on here because it's just all these noises and he's on live and it's so annoying. But I just was like, maybe that's why I come here early. Everyone's asleep, and then I can do what I want to do. But this is about moon phases. I'm going to talk about moon phases in this video. Your quick guide to moon phases, their meanings, and how they impact you. Because I do follow the moon, the sun, the star. I follow astrology. No, I don't know astrology, but I pay attention to it. So when it's a full moon phase, it'll usually say like, oh, full moon in Aquarius or full moon in Virgo. So like now it's a new moon in Virgo. So I pay attention to when it says things like that. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the moon phases are so impactful. Like how can they affect you? Like how is it, or maybe how can you say the moon, like when the moon is new, what is the new moon? What is half a moon? What is waxing moon? What is waning moon? I'll explain. So moon phases are so impactful. They're even a popular tattoo design. The month represents powerful. The moon represents powerful feminine energy. It signifies wisdom, intuition, birth, death, reincarnation, and a spiritual connection. So the moon has a lot of meanings. Moon cycles are similar to the cycle of a seed. The seed grows into a flower, then blooms, and then it dies. Once we are attuned to the moon, we can activate her innate powers and embody her innate qualities of fluidity, creativity, femininity, and change. Learn how to harness calming, cooling lunar energy with the moon salutation flow tutorial. I'm going to put this link in the description box, so you can always just tap on the link and it's going to take you straight into this site. This is called yogiapproved.com. Once we are attuned to the moon, we can activate her innate powers. So each phase of the moon cycle has a unique visual characteristic and spiritual meaning. Her cycle course also signifies the rhythm of life within us. Read on for a quick guide to the different phases of the moon and their meaning. So this is going to be quick. It's not going to be like an in-depth kind of thing. So moon phases and their guide. So new moon. The new moon is positioned between the earth and the sun, so it cannot be seen from the earth. This moon phase signifies new beginnings. So we just got over the new moon. The new moon is like there is no moon. The moon is not visible. You can't see it. So that's why we call it a new moon, because you can't see it. There's no moon visible. And it's a time for new beginnings. This is when you should be manifesting the things that you want into your life. Everything new. Release what doesn't serve you and start new. Like, let's go. And waxing crescent moon. Waxing means the moon's illumination is growing. That means it's getting full. It's going to become full. So when it's crescent, crescent means less than half of the moon is illuminated. So less than half. So that means that it's that little sliver of the moon, real tiny. So it's less than half. So you call it a crescent. And it's waxing because it's going to become the full moon. So first quarter moon. You see how they call it? Like, it's exactly half of the moon is illuminated and the other half is shadowed. This particular moon cycle signifies decision making. So this is the time you have to think and make good decisions. Think wisely, choose wisely. Everything is a choice in this life, and you have to choose wisely or you could just mess up everything. But first quarter moon is when the other half is shadowed. It signifies decision making. So it's like you really have to think about the decisions that you're making during this time when the moon is half shadow. Waxing gibbous. Waxing gibbous. Waxing means the illumination is growing. So when the moon is waxing, that means the moon is growing into the full moon. Gibbous means more than half of the moon is illuminated. The moon phase signifies refinement, so you should be refining these decisions that you made, choices that you've made. You should be refining it, making them better, solidifying them, making it solid, making sure that this is what you want. When it's the full moon signifies the sun illuminates the entire moon. This particular moon cycle signifies release and sealing of intention. So we always say, release what doesn't serve you. Make sure that this is what you want. If it's not what you want, you need to release it. Stop holding on to it. It's just holding you back. If it's holding you back, then it doesn't need to be here. Like, just let it go and move forward. So we went into the new moon. What happened? I don't know why my nose keeps itching. We went into the new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter moon, waxing gibbous, and the full moon. So waning gibbous. Waning means it's going away. Waning refers to the decreasing of the moon's illumination, and gibbous means more than half of the moon is illuminated. So the terms are different because when it's waning it's decreasing. The moon is going away. You're losing the moon. The gibbous means more than half of the moon is illuminated. So when it's more than half and the moon is going away, it's called the waning gibbous. The third quarter is exactly half of the moon is illuminated and the other half is shadowed. We will see this the opposite side of the first quarter moon. The moon phase signifies forgiveness. Forgiveness. Okay, so you have to forgive. And still you gotta let shit go. Release it. Waning crescent. Waning refers to the shrinking of the moon's illumination. That means waning is that the moon is going away, and the crescent is the smallest piece of the moon. Crescent means less than half of the moon is illuminated. Particular moon cycle signifies surrender. Okay. And then we go back to the new moon. The new moon is positioned between the earth and the sun, and it cannot be seen from earth. This phase signifies new beginnings, and the moon cycle begins again. So it's just a cycle, and it keeps going and going and going. And you have to pay attention to the cycles so you know how to move. You know how to do. The moon is 29.5 days, and it represents a full cycle of life. Each phase of the moon has a different meaning and rhythm to the body. Moon phases show us how the moon affects the ebb and flow of our entire existence. Once we attune to the moon and her cycles, we can activate her innate powers and embody her distinctively powers attributes. Tap into the energy of the moon. So with this site, it just gives you a lot of yoga, a lot of tuning into your body, the changes and the rhythm of the moon. 3 magical practices for the March full moon, because everything is magic. Everything is spiritual. We don't want to admit it. We don't want to say or agree to anything being spiritual because we're so taught to do things a certain way, and there are rules, and you're not supposed to do this and you're not supposed to do that, and but that's what spirituality is. Spirituality is rules, not rules. Religion is rules. Spirituality is free. Like, you're free to do what you want. You can follow the moon, follow the stars, follow the sun. Spirituality is free. But religion will give you all these rules and tell you that you can't do all these things that are free. It's free for you to do. And no one is charging you to do them. You do them if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But it would be better for you if you did. A better understanding of yourself. You need to understand yourself. Self-awareness, self-love, self-care. So you know when it's time to release something that is no longer serving you. If it's a time for forgiveness, you forgive and you move forward. Like, you don't have to hold on to resentment and anything that is stopping you from growing. You have to let it go, and you have to know the right time to do things. And you don't need to listen to people and ask for advice on how should I do things. Like, you have to go within. You have to go within and find answers for yourself, because everyone is going to lie to you. Everyone. It doesn't matter who it is. They all lie. Okay, so that is the Yogi approved quick guide to the moon phases. So the moon has all these different meanings. So the new moon is new beginnings. Waxing crescent moon means the moon phases signifies intention. Like, what are your intentions? So the new moon, you should have been putting your manifesting new things into your life. When it's waxing, you're supposed to continue manifesting and doing things with intent for you to receive those manifestations. First quarter moon, it signifies your decision making. So you have to make sure that you're doing the right decisions, and this is the right thing that you want to do. Waxing Gibbous, the moon phase signifies refinement. The full moon, all the things that you have been manifesting during the full moon, the new moon, it should come into, it's like you're sealing their intention. You should be receiving your manifestations. The full moon signifies release and sealing of intention. When it's waning gibbous, the moon signifies gratitude. Like, you're thankful, you're always giving thanks. Say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The third quarter is the moon signifies forgiveness. Waning crescent, it signifies surrender. And then you go for the new moon and the cycle begins all over again. I'm going to include this link in the description box so you can check it out. It has a lot of other things you can go into and check out. But that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll come back later. Bye. Oh, always leave with love, and I'll see you later. Bye.